What's up, everybody? Macho Wrestling 101, Brett Mix here for the new WCW Monday Night Nitro review. Welcome back to the Monday Night Wars. This is week 82, the 86th episode of Nitro. But the 82nd week, they go at it head-to-head with WWF Raw's War. Nitro beats Raw for the 44th week in a row. The scores were 3.2 for Nitro to Raw's 2.8, just like last week's. It's the same numbers. Even though these last two Nitros were just 1 hour episodes due to the NBA playoffs. So through 82 weeks now in totality, Nitro has 63 wins to WWF 17 and 2 draws. So Nitro has a record of 63, 17, and 2 over Raw. With this, their 44th week in a row of a victory. This is Nitro winning with a 3.2 rating, a 1 hour episode of Nitro due to the NBA playoffs on TNT in 1997. Shivani and company at the desk for another 1 hour edition of Nitro. Shivani welcomes us to the show from the Baltimore Arena, where it all started for the NWO in Baltimore, Maryland. Tony says we have a jam-packed edition of Nitro here on May the 12th, 1997, live on TNT. Last week on the road to Slamboree 97, we had a lot of build with the likes of Kevin Green, Roddy Piper, and Ric Flair against the NWO, who gave them a beatdown to close last Monday's show, highlighting the subsequent six-man take at Slamboree this Sunday. The NWO were forced last week. Will they be again this week? This is the Slamboree go-home show. Pyros then go off as the usual Nitro entrance happens with the music and the video. We open with a shot of the crowd going crazy as Pyro, as Buffer says, let's get ready to rumble from right from the start. Right as he finishes, Macho Man and Liz of the NWO walk to the ring with no music. Savage does not have his crutches anymore. He's with Liz as they walk to the ring. Macho Man gets in the ring and asks for the mic. Grabbing it, Savage goes, "Ooh yeah! When DDP attacked me last week, it pumped up my adrenaline. Then I had to use my crutches." Lots of fans wearing NWO shirts here in Baltimore. They go right back to the commentary booth where they say Sting may talk right here tonight. Heenan points out he hasn't talked in nearly a year, and Bischoff is saying that Sting's going to talk to him here tonight. And then they show what happened between DDP and Savage in previous weeks as Savage and Liz leave the ringside area. They kick off the ringside action with Ultimo Dragon defending his TV title against Juventud Guerrera. Lord Steven Regal cuts a promo on a split screen saying he can out-wrestle the likes of even Ric Flair and Hollywood Hogan. And he'll out-wrestle Ultimo Dragon this Sunday on pay-per-view at Slamboree. The champion gets ready for a one-on-one action with Juventud Guerrera to kick off Nitro in the ring. A Hurricane Rana running off the ropes by Juventud to Dragon, and it takes him to the outside floor as the crowd get loud. Dragon hits all sorts of kicks in the ring to get back in this one, followed by a spinning shoulder carry, dropping him to the mat after circling around 2 or 3 times with him on his shoulder, which was impressive. Tons of reversals led to Ultimo Dragon landing on his feet at the top. A sunset flip reversal gets a near fall, and a landing moonsault off the ropes by Dragon gets a 2 count. An inside cradle followed by a roll-up scores 2 near falls for both guys. A gigantic snapshot vertical suplex as Baltimore pops for that off the top. Standing switch in the ring sends both bodies hitting the floor on the outside. Both men chop away at each other. Ono caught Hoovy on the outside with a spinning heel kick, which was impressive. They threw him back in the ring. Ultimo Dragon has him in the air out of the Hurricane Rana off the top rope, followed by a Dragon Sleeper, gets him the victory. I rated this opening match on Nitro 3 stars as Ultimo Dragon defended the TV title against Juventud Guerrera successfully. Now he meets Lord Steven Regal this Sunday on pay-per-view at Slamboree 97. Mean Gene Okerlund interviews the team of Green, the Hot Rod, and the Nature Boy. The NWO come on a split screen, and Six says Flair's lady leaves his hotel room every day with him. So that's hard to imagine Flair's wife leaving the hotel room with Six every morning. But that's what he says, and the outsiders say he didn't say that. That's what Hall said. And Nash assures him, yeah, he did. The outsiders and Six cut a good promo on the split screen there, black and white, sitting at a table, a booth, while Piper is on the other side in the ring on the split screen saying, "Kiss my ass," with a motion to his ass with his hand, his palm, as he does quite regularly. So they hype the 6-man that headlines Slamboree 97 with Green, Piper, and Flair against the NWO's outsiders and Six, who they call the Wolf Pack. Or they have begun to call the Wolfpack lately anyway. Dean Malenko defends against Mongo. Steve McMichael, the U.S. belt. Deborah and Jarrett come out with Mongo. There's a sign that reads, Dean Malenko is God. Good to see him getting credit from the crowd. He did win the 1997 Wrestler of the Year, which is amazing considering 97 had some of the toughest competition talent-wise in ECW, WCW, WWF, even New Japan. Malenko works on the bigger man's legs to ground him and then softening him up for the Texas Cloverleaf, of course. Mongo went to get a 3 count, but instead Reggie White runs to the ring and points at Mongo. Double J gets him off the apron into the ring where White, who was over big time with the crowd, hits a lariat and then a big splash to Mongo. The fans approve more. They cheer. Double J tells him to leave and he gets shoved to the floor. Malenko with a float over pinfall and Dean wins due to Reggie White. Fans chant Reggie, Reggie as Malenko goes to the back. I rated the match a star. Reggie says this Sunday we will see more of what's to come and talks about how the Packers will always be better than the Bears. On the road, Lee Marshall hypes up future events, including Nitro in Nashville next week, the night after Slamboree. Wrath vs. Scotty Riggs. Riggs still comes out to the worst wrestling American theme. American males. It sounds like a South Park joke of a song. Wrath comes out with Mortis as his manager. The man's name is Wrath and makes his wrestling debut on Nitro. Wrath with Tilt-A-Whirl backbreaker and he finishes him off in a minute with an impressive move. A big press slam, sort of like a Giants choke slam. Glacier then comes out to the stage area and Wrath looks on. Looks like one big game of Mortal Kombat. I'm sure that was the intention. I miss character wrestling like this, even though the quality rating I gave it just half a star. But sometimes the star rating isn't all that is important. I just meant quality-wise, match-wise, it was a half a star, but it's cool to see characters in wrestling. Hugh Morris and Conan take on Alex Wright and Ice Train in a tag team match that was also pretty short in the main event of this 1 hour Nitro. Morris pulls Train into the ring with a big scoop slam and a clothesline. Ice Train gets beat on by Morris and Conan at the Dungeon of Doom. A half crab by the Ice Train by Conan, and that's the submission move that wins the match. Alex Wright stabbed Train in the back by no showing, but no one really cared as he danced outside the ring. I gave that a 1/4 of a star. That does it for the wrestling portion of the show. They say, well, still to come in this program, Bischoff will have Sting. They go over and do commentary team of Savage and DDP and what's happened lately. They build up the Savage and DDP program. Backstage, they go on and say something is happening here. Piper is down holding his hip backstage as Six beat up Piper backstage with the Outsiders as they definitely left their mark on Green, Piper, and Flair backstage, leading to their 6-man at Slamboree 97. They make it real with the officials saying, get the camera out of here, get the camera out of here. It's always a nice touch to do that if you want to make a segment seem real. To end the show, they had the NWO music play while Bischoff came out telling the fans how much he loved them, as always, during his entrance. Bischoff said this is where it all started. He said he promised to hear from Sting, and he's a man of his word. Bischoff brings out Sting, but it's the bogus fake Sting from the NWO, as many expected as the crowd didn't pop. Fans chant, we want Sting. Bischoff says, isn't it true, Sting, to the fake Sting, that he's been compared to Hollywood Hogan, and isn't it also true that you'll never accomplish what Hogan has accomplished in this industry? All of a sudden, Sting, the real Sting, comes out to a good ovation. He has a bat, just like the real Sting has a bat, takes it away, and then hits a scorpion death drop. He goes after Bischoff, but Bischoff runs away as the real Sting comes face-to-face with the fake Sting. That does it for the show. So again, this week was number 82 of the Wars. Nitro won with a rating of 3.2 to 2.8 for the 45th week in a row of nearly 2 years. They've won 44 weeks, and this is obviously a pattern now for Nitro dominating Raw. The record all-time is now 63, 17, and 2 through the 82 weeks, as this was week number 82 for Nitro. Quality rating wise, I rate this episode a 6.5 out of 10. Considering it's 1 hour show, it really did a good job with the first matches, but the show was storyline driven, only 44 minutes of a show without commercials, and they built the Slamboree while maintaining at the same time being entertaining and putting a variety of characters over. So anytime they do that, it's a solid show. So that's why I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. Also, if you like these shows and these reviews, hit like and subscribe. I'm enjoying doing them. And that's it for Nitro this week. I'm Brett Mix for Macho Wrestling 101. Again, like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.